Good morning, my wonderful scholars. This is Mr. T coming from a remote science lab, hanging with Mr. T. Today you have a quiz, but I just wanted to review some things with you so that you're prepared. And I don't want to move on without making sure that you understand the first basic concepts of energy, right? Energy, simplest form, is the ability to do work, to cause something to move from one place to another. Um, and then you have potential energy. So potential energy allows you is what the ability is. That is the potential energy. You have having the ability to do something and may not doing it yet. You may not be doing it yet. So you have the ability to write, you have the pencil in your hand, and you may want to start writing, right? So here am I. All right, you see Mr. T Science Lab. This was your objective when we got back, but I gave it to you already, right? So, Mr. T holding this pen is what? Potential energy, right? I have not yet started writing. So if I started writing and I said, well, maybe let me start writing, right? I am now expressing energy. I am now moving one place to another. So I move the pen from here to there. So I am now working, right? So holding something, right? Holding this hand sanitizer, that's almost out, right, guys? I hope we are staying safe. I need to buy some more. So this here has the potential to move, right? How could it move? Can it move on its own? No, right? So something has to move it. So now moving it from one place to the next. Also, kinetic energy, motion, how fast, how the speed of something, and mass determines the kinetic energy, right? So this it doesn't weigh that much. Maybe if it was a full bottle of Purell, it would weigh more. Doesn't weigh that much. So those are the three forms of energy we have spoken about so far. Before I got into sound energy, I wanted you guys to know that I'm giving you time to understand the concepts of energy before we start going into like sound and chemical, in depth in chemical and sound and different forms of energy, going into matter and how energy changes. It can change or convert into another source of energy. So I wanted to make sure that we reviewed these concepts before that. Okay, so you definitely in your quiz today we'll be talking about uh, kinetic energy and potential energy, right? So kinetic energy is the energy of motion. Anything moving has this kind of energy. So imagine, look at this swing, and I'm going to teach you about a pendulum. Um, could not find, did not find a video that was suitable that didn't talk about other sciences. So I will try to insert a video and a picture of a pendulum. So you see this and you see it moving, right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it is picking up an energy and releasing it. So I want to know, right? What type of energy would it be picking up and releasing as it moves, as my makeshift pendulum moves? You just see the shadow, right? So it's moving this way, it's moving back and forth, right? So, again, glad that My phone did not break, but good recovery. So this is part of the quiz, right? I just want to make sure that we are prepared as best for the quiz, so that I'm not moving on too fast. I know that because it's remote learning, it could seem like it's a faster pace than when we're in school, but I want to give you guys the same fair chance I would give you if we were in a classroom to review and have a quiz before we just go through a unit and have a final. I know I normally don't have this conversation with you guys because it normally doesn't happen like this, but I would hope that you take in this video and study the videos I've definitely put before. You look at those videos too before you take the quiz. Potential energy is energy that is stored in an object. So the potential energy, it has not yet produced any energy, so or released any forms of energy for the. So before a truck moves, before I start riding, before you start moving, if you were pushing someone in a wheelchair, you have potential energy. The energy now is stored into the handles because you have your hands on them to push. But until you push, you are dealing with potential energy. There was no work involved. There was no location movement, is what I'm saying. And then we have, remember this photo? So we will go. So after the quiz, we will go deeper into thermal energy, sound energy, light energy, electrical energy, and we've been talking about kinetic energy. And our next unit will be sound energy, and how that moves and how it happens. So, energy at motion, kinetic energy, forms of potential energy we've spoke about, the gravitational energy. So today the assignment was, does the orange have more gravitational potential energy in the boy's hand or high in the air? Most of you, well, some people forgot about the gravitational part. They were just focused on the potential energy. The gravitational part, remember, gravity pulls everything to the center of the earth. However, if it's in my hand, it has less gravitational pull to the center of the earth because it's already stabilized, it's set. So it has more gravitational pull when it's highest in the air because what? It's coming down, it's going to come down because gravity pulls everything to the center of the earth. Okay? Talk about elastic. So, you guys, please check Google Classroom for your grades. I've sent them back for this assignment. So this is the end of this video. If you have any questions before the quiz, please email me, and I will definitely get back to you. We can go live in a classroom so that I could explain it more if more than one student of mine has a issue that I may need to review. So we definitely can go live. Don't be afraid to ask any questions. Keep calm and sail on. This is Mr. T signing out of Hanging with Mr. T.